Time to talk cats and dogs once again. Dave Morris here in the Oklahoman's video studio alongside Abby Wolf for the Central Oklahoma Humane Society. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing quite well. On the backside of Thanksgiving, how was your Thanksgiving?
We survived.
You
I
survived.
think that's the important part. I think we were in carb overload for a few days, but we're recovering now.
All right, very good. Now, last week you brought in, and before we get to this little guy, you had an equally adorable little guy, girl.
Girl?
Yeah, let's say equally little puppy last week.
Yes.
Who didn't make it out the door.
Did not. And I kind of had
And
a
by the way,
suspicion.
she made it out the door, but was adopted here.
That's right. You know, anytime we see baby blue heeler or Australian cattle dog mixes, they steal people's hearts, especially in Oklahoma. And that was the case for one of your big wing employees here. She fell in love and just followed me to the adoption center, processed her adoption, and now that dog has a happy home here. Well, not actually here, but you get it.
It could come up here. It could be the
That's
office
right.
mascot. We need one
I
of
like
those.
it. I like the
Yes.
idea.
Introduce us. Who do we have here?
This is Woofles.
You're just making up names.
You know, sometimes I wonder myself how these puppies get their names, but in this case, this is Woofles of Woofles and Paw Cakes. I think we're going with a food theme here. And Woofles is a 9-week-old, we think, golden retriever husky mix, which is responsible for all this puffy, dense fur that she has here.
Fluffy, that's for sure.
Yeah, or he has. Sorry, I called you a she. This little guy is an adventurer.
Yeah.
He loves to explore. He loves to play. He is all about the fun and the energy.
Woofles is available for adoption, right?
That's right. He's going to be at 7500 Northwestern today with his sibling, and they are ready to find their home. They're one of, I think, 9 in their litter. So there are quite a few of these little guys coming through our program, but they're the first 2.
All right, very good. I'm guessing that that is one of the more popular questions you're asked is, what is this one's name? What is this one's name?
Absolutely.
However, the most popular question or most often asked question is...
I can't tell you how many times we get asked the question, are you an affiliate or branch of the Humane Society of the United States?
And I would assume yes, but that's not the case.
You know, despite our similar name, we are not. Actually, we were founded here in Oklahoma to serve Central Oklahoma. We have a different mission than the Humane Society of the United States. And while both organizations do wonderful work, we're just not a branch of them. And so many people, because of our name, confuse us with them.
And a couple different focuses from the national branch towards than the Central Oklahoma branch. Let's talk about the national branch and what their focus is.
That's right. The national brand, the Humane Society of the United States, really focuses on cruelty. You'll see them a lot focusing on the meat operations or the puppy mills or large-scale cruelty cases overseas and in the United States. They do wonderful work when it comes to lobbying for better laws to protect animals. They do a really great job of cracking down on those big, large cases. And it's great work and it's necessary work. It's just not the work that we do.
There you're looking at some of the images from the National Humane's website, and we will see their presence in Oklahoma as well, right?
That's right. Yeah, they do work all around the United States, especially in Oklahoma. And a lot of people get confused because they think they give to the Humane Society here locally, but they're actually giving to the National Humane Society.
And then commercially, what is the focus of the Central Oklahoma Humane Society?
So our focus is preventing needless euthanasia in our local shelters. We do that a multitude of ways. We stop unwanted births through spay and neuter. We do adoptions. We also educate the public on responsible pet ownership to help prevent those animals from going in the shelter in the first place. So quite different work, but necessary work all around.
And funded by?
Funded by grants and individual donations. So we're going to get money to do our mission from people who are watching now. And the Humane Society also does the same, except they also fund other organizations to do work through their programs.
And you're putting the money back to use for little guys like this.
That's right, yeah. So every dollar that you give the Central Oklahoma Humane Society stays right here in Oklahoma. It won't go to any national programs. It helps little guys like Woofles here, and a multitude of other programs in our basket, if you will.
There you have it, the difference between the National and the Central Oklahoma Humane Society. More information on the local branch at okhumane.org. Now, in recent episodes, we've been talking about all the cats you have. Is that still the case? How's the cat inventory?
Yes, cats are building. We are getting ready. We're gearing up for a big promotion, which I hope we can talk about maybe next week.
Okay.
And those cats are ready for their home. So we are going to have a special coming up that cat lovers are going to be so excited about.
I sense some catness in our future. Also, the dogs, how's the dog inventory?
Dogs are doing great. We have quite a few puppies that are coming available here very soon. So this is the litter of 9 will be coming available this week, with more to come after that. So if you're in the market for a puppy, it's not a bad time to pop into the adoption center either.
Any other holiday events we need to know about?
Yeah, we're going to team up with Hudeberg Subaru. We're great friends with the folks over at Hudeberg Subaru, and they love to give back to their community, especially the community who loves pets. So we're going to be doing a microchip event with them coming up. It's going to be on December 10th, 11 to 2. We have 200 fee-waived sponsored microchips.
Wow. Sounds like a lot, but you'll blow through those pretty quick.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope that, because it's supposed to be a little bit blustery that day and a little chilly. So I hope we move through the line rather quickly and we get all those pets the microchips that they need to stay safe.
Chatting with Abby Wolf with the Central Oklahoma Humane Society, as we do every week. I started off by asking you how your Thanksgiving was, and let me transition into how's your foster situation at
Oh
home?
my gosh, I'm on cloud 9 right now because we have a foster who I fostered when she was 7 weeks old. And she was returned to us, now she's about a year old, and she was returned to us because her family didn't have enough time for her anymore. Wonderful girl. But rewind back to whenever she was 7 weeks old, she had a litter mate that my husband and I almost adopted because we loved her so, so much. It was the one that got away, if you will. And my new foster, Betsy, or my return foster, Betsy, is actually going to be adopted by that dog's mom. And so I couldn't write a better story.
What are the odds?
I know. So, I tell people, yeah, fostering is really hard sometimes. And I cried when I took her to the adoption center. It was a really emotional day for me. But so worth it in the end to hear this story.
Happy tales, right?
That's right. That's what we're in the business of doing.
She's Abby Wolf of the Central Oklahoma Humane Society. More rescue rundown can be found on their website and ours. Theirs is okhumane.org. Ours is newsok.com. Abby, thanks so much as always.
Thank you for having us, and Woofles.